Hello everyone, Motor 13. Sunday morning, October 22nd, I think. If you watch my videos, there's another video of mine where I'm going go-karting and I get to this intersection and I look over there and I say, oh, this is the 72. And then I ask myself, if I continue going straight, can I get to the ocean? Because I want to get to the ocean. And I didn't know if I could or not, and I didn't want to take the chance of getting lost because I was a little bit late. So, just trying to figure out how to start my bike. No, don't mind me. So I didn't risk it. I hung a left on this road, and then I went down and I looked for another way to get to the ocean. And then in the video I just said, reminder to self, when I get home, check a map and see if I can do it. And you actually can do it. I can go straight across here into that tunnel, and then it's kind of a weird way to get to the ocean, but I'm pretty sure it's the quickest way. And it's a fairly nice way, too, because there's a lot of nice scenery along the way. So it's Sunday morning, and this is nice already. Got a nice hill beside the road here. I got a few things I want to talk about. The thing that's on my mind most right now is the fact I got new tires yesterday. Yay! Attack, beat it. Tires are interesting, you know, like, tires are the most important thing you could change on a motorcycle. Like, if you get better tires on a motorcycle, it improves your suspension, your handling, your acceleration, your braking power, you know, pretty much every aspect of a motorcycle can be changed by putting on a more expensive tire, or a better tire. And it's kind of crazy, you know. For the most part, when it comes to tires, you have to choose between longevity, how long the tire will last before it wears out, and performance. You know, so like you'll actually see guys who ride cruisers who don't really understand the importance of a tire as much. And I'm not insulting those guys. I was one of them myself. My first motorcycle ever. Actually, my first motorcycle ever was a 400cc street bike. But my third motorcycle, my first new bike, my first brand new bike was a Japanese cruiser. And I didn't know anything about tires. I never gave them a second thought. Yeah, for years. Even actually when I got my first sports bike, which was my first racing bike, even then I didn't know about tires. I would just be like, well, what's the cheapest tire you got, kind of thing, you know? I didn't understand. And but now I do understand, and the stock tires that come with my bike, the Ninja 650R, are touring tires. They're called like touring sports. And with tires, it always matters like what order they say it in. If they say touring sport, that means it's mostly touring and a little sport. You could probably get sport touring, or I know that with some tires, like there's race tires where they're like race road or road race, you know. Anyways, so I went from touring sports to like road race. The new tires I have on, they're kind of interesting. They're really good tires. They have a really good range. They're good for like racetrack, and they're good for normal street use. They heat up quickly, and they're sticky as heck. And one of the really interesting things about tires, and I think this is pretty cool. Like, if you get like a normal type, like my stock tires, for example, on this motorcycle, they're kind of just rounded. A little bit flat in the middle, but kind of rounded, you know? Like most tires, kind of like similar to a car tire. A little bit more rounded than a car tire, but similar. And I guess that's good for longevity or whatever. But these tires that I have on now are race tires, and on half race. And for race tires, they have a much different shape, because racers have the bikes on their side almost as much as they do straight. And the tires are designed to not only help them to turn and ride on their sides, but to also give them more traction while doing so. And And the way they do that is by making the tires almost a triangular shape. Some people, the people here say it's a sharper tire. It's got more of a point. You know, a normal tire would just kind of be rounded, and then these tires kind of go up and then down. Like they come to a point and then they come down again. So that way when you're going straight, you're kind of balanced on the point of the tire, which actually would help for top speed, because the thinner tire gives a higher top speed. It's similar to like 12-speed bikes, you know, like racing bikes. They have thinner tires, because the thinner the tire, the less friction you have against the road. It's worse for acceleration, but a little bit better for top speed. And anyways, and because of the fact that they're balanced on a point, when you go to turn the bike, it almost falls onto the side of the tire, which is neat. It just makes the bike turn more easily. Like with a more rounded, with a more flat tire, you actually, when you turn the bike, you're almost like kind of like forcing the tire to go on its side. But with a pointed tire, you just start to turn and the bike just kind of naturally falls onto its side. It's balanced on it's kind of a triangle, so it just falls onto one side of the triangle, and it's just as comfortable on its side as it is on the middle, because it's roughly the same amount of surface area contacting the road. And it's kind of neat. The only downside to the tires I have right now is they're not really designed for my bike. They're designed for like 250 GP racers. So they have a maximum speed of about 120 miles an hour. Yeah, about 120 miles an hour, 200 kilometers an hour. And my bike can do, I don't know, about 240, maybe like 235, 240 kilometers an hour. So my bike can do 240 kilometers an hour, but my tire's top speed is 200. And I actually have to adhere by that, because I asked the guy, I said, well, what happens if I do 240 when, you know, what happens if I'm on the, highway and I'm doing 240?